looking on fire. They look like the team to beat when with such a big lead. From your point of view, where did it actually turn around and fall apart?
I think, you know, when you take part in the CAF Confederations Cup, it takes a toll on the players with the traveling and all. But I think the problem with Chiefs is that they rely too much on individuals, where you had guys like Knowledge Musona that got injured at some crucial points in the season, where you had the fringe players not stepping up. And I think that sort of, you know, put pay to their season, and I don't think they had enough quality on the bench, because sometimes that's how you win matches. And as much as Chiefs, you know, imploded, we have to give credit to Mamelodi Sundowns. They put together a couple of good results. I think at some point they won 10 games unbeaten, and I think that's good for any team chasing, you know, the log leaders. And I think for Chiefs, it just didn't have quality, you know, to sort of back up the players that, you know, carried them throughout the season.
Yeah, but I would disagree with that, because even Sheikh Mashaba has been challenges right now. You know, some players, there's Nelson Mandela challenge match that took place, and there were players that he couldn't get for that squad. You know, when guys are injured, he's always got somebody that he calls upon. Sheikh Mashaba is a bigger pool of players to choose for, because he watches NFD matches, because he watches second division matches. You know, the Motsepe League. He knows what our players are capable of. He's got a profile of our players, of course being assisted by Thabiso, who's done very well, you know, wherever he's been. I mean, he coached a school called Samuel Park High School, the Gauteng Future Champs tournament, where he played against international club sides from across the world, you know, and Owen Dagama also. For me, I think the problem with Gordon Nickerson, and I'll speak because I've covered Bafana extensively under Gordon Nickerson, the main problem was that Gordon Nickerson relied on a certain group of players, even though you could see that those players were taking us nowhere. I mean, the same group that failed at World Cup 2010, same group that failed to qualifiers for AFCON 2012, that's the same group that Gordon Nickerson was still playing, was still using, you know, and we all knew that those players had probably reached the ceiling, you know. Unfortunately, it's not their fault. You can't blame the players here, because the players don't pick themselves, but the players don't have the proper development from a young age, you know. So it was very hard for Gordon Nickerson to teach them new things at the age of 29 and 28 in the national team. What Shakes has done now is brought in the youngsters that he's worked with in the juniors, you know, guys that he can still coach and he can still tell a few things, and guys that are hungry to play for the national team. Because, I mean, before, under the previous coaches, you would know you're starting 11 already, you know. Right now, you know, you don't know who Shakes is going to call up. I mean, he's calling up some people that guys never even heard of. You know, guys that play for Chippa United, guys that play for Amatax. Okay, I'm sure you know who I am, Thabiso Mosia, part of the Power Sports team, and we've done a review for ANN7 of the year that was 2014 as far as football is concerned, and you can catch it on ANN7.